I am Chelsea Perello with Bethel Park News. I am located at South Park Theater talking about what is going to be happening for Party in the Park on May 25th. We are here today at South Park Theater with Lorraine Mazensky and Emily Reagan to speak about plans for Party in the Park located in Bethel Park. Hi guys, how are you doing today?
Hey, we're doing great, thanks.
Okay, I have a few questions. First to start, what inspired you guys to be a part of Party in the Park?
Great. So Party in the Park started about 3 years ago. This will be our third Party in the Park. And the event was actually the brainchild of Andy Amrine, who is one of the most generous people we know. He was looking for ways to support not only South Park Theater, but a couple of the other wonderful organizations that he's a part of, including the Bethel Park Community Foundation and the Bethel Park Public Library. And he wanted to raise money for all three organizations because Bethel Park means so much to him. And we came up with this summer event here at the theater. It was so much fun the first year, and for us personally, we were able to raise awareness of the theater because we're hosting. So people came to the theater that never knew we were here and got to take a look at what we do here at the theater. And this year, in our third year, we've actually expanded to include yet two more organizations. So Party in the Park will also be supporting the Bethel Park Education Fund and the Bethel Park Historical Society.
And do you two have any support from others for Party in the Park?
Yes, we do. So we have some of our staff members that help us throughout our course of our season, assisting with Party in the Park for our running sound for the event. And then we also have a group of our teen ambassadors who act in all of our children's theater shows, and their role is to be community outreach sponsors for South Park Theater. So they will be volunteering their time as well, not only performing at the event, but also assisting in different capacities too while they're here.
What type of events can we look forward to that you guys are going to be featuring at Party in the Park?
Well, there's lots going on this year, especially now that we have 5 organizations that are involved with this fundraising day. There's even more events, but I'll talk about the ones that we as the theater are most excited about, the performance ones. So, like Emily said, our ambassadors are going to be performing a showcase of our children's theater season. So our 2024 season, which will be opening in June.
Yep.
For our children's theater season on the outdoor stage. The ambassadors are going to do a performance with little highlights from each of the musicals. Nice. So they've been practicing that all on their own, and they put together that little showcase performance, which will be really fun for families to get a sneak peek of what's in store for them later this summer. That'll probably last about 15 or 20 minutes or so. And then we are also, for the first time, doing a miscast cabaret as part of Party in the Park. And what that means is that a little cabaret performance, again, about 30 minutes or so, inside in our main stage theater. We've got some really amazing singers that will be performing musical numbers from shows that they would never be cast in. So, for example, a middle-aged man performing Annie's song, The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow. A middle-aged man would never be cast as Annie. That particular number won't actually be in our show, but something like that.
But it's for fun, right?
Exactly. Yes. It's meant to be silly. It's meant to make you laugh. But at the same time, you're going to be seeing some really strong singers performing some pretty awesome numbers that I'm sure everybody will know and love.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much.
My pleasure.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
I think I would like to add, I totally forgot to mention this earlier,
Go
but
ahead.
we have a new fundraising committee this year helping us throughout our whole season, but they're also helping us with creating some really amazing raffle baskets for Party in the Park as well, which is another great opportunity that guests will get to partake in while they're here.
Could you talk about what will be in those baskets and raffles?
Sure,
yeah. So Gail and Aaron have put together 8 or 10 baskets on behalf of South Park Theater, and there will be many, many others. That's just kind of our contribution. And they've pulled together some really great things from both local businesses, so some arts and crafts places around Pittsburgh. They've put together a children's theater themed basket to represent the theater and the children's theater season. And then also some things from town too. Tickets to theater and other performing arts downtown, and lots of restaurant gift cards, things like that. So kind of like a general interest. There'll be something for everyone in the raffle basket contingency.
Hi, now I am with Christine McIntosh, who is the director of Bethel Park Library. Hi, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Chelsea. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you for asking. What are some of the things that you will be doing at Party in the Park?
So the library will have a presence here. Missy Lane will be here to do crafts with the kids, and also she does an annual scavenger hunt, which some of the older kids really enjoy. So we're looking forward to that.
Nice.
And then me personally, I'm going to be part of this Miscast Cabaret, which I'm sure that Lorraine and Emily told you about. My girlfriend and I are doing a number from Hamilton called
Nice.
You'll Be Back. So it's going to be really funny. We're very excited to do it. So.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And how did you become a part of it, of that Party in the Park?
So Andy Amrine, of course, he's on the library board. And a few years ago, the theater needed some updates, and so Andy's like, let's have a fundraiser. So instead of it just being South Park Theater, we got the library involved. So the first year the proceeds benefited the library and the theater, and then the next, like last year and then this year, it's part of the Bethel Park Fantastic Four Charities, which is made up of the Community Foundation, the Education Foundation, the library, and the Historical Society. So the proceeds from Party in the Park will be split equally between those four organizations. So we're looking forward to it.
Hi, I am now with Andy Amrine.
Yep.
And we are going to be asking you some questions
Sure.
today just about how you got started with Party in the Park.
Okay. Yeah, great questions. Party in the Park, what, three years we've done this, and I have the privilege of sitting on four major foundations in the South Hills: the Bethel Park Community Foundation, the Education Foundation, the Bethel Park Public Library, and the Bethel Park Historical Society. So being on those four boards, I get asked to help them with a lot of fundraising events. So I decided to form a group called the Bethel Park Fantastic Four Charities. So this way we can do some larger events, and we have the wherewithal from all the different organizations, their outreach, their contacts, and also workforce. So we can make have a couple fundraising events a year that are a lot bigger, but it also produces more income to split between the groups. So that's how we formed the Bethel Park Fantastic Four Charities. But along the way, coming out of COVID, the South Park Theater was struggling, like all theaters and contact groups, and so I decided to help with the arm of the Fantastic Four Charities and bring the South Park Theater into that fold to help resurrect and bring the theater out of COVID. So we started by refurbishing the building, doing the garden, bring the Penn State Master Gardeners out, pouring a patio, all the lighting, and fixing the theater up. And along with that, let's have a big celebration coming out of COVID, their first year back open, and how we've put in all these new windows and painted the buildings and the parking, the patio and so forth, and have a grand reopening, let's say, of the theater itself. And that's where the idea for Party in the Park came from. Overwhelming success. We had a packed crowd, lots of fun, from a whole family, from children to adults, to a catered event from Sid West Comfort Catering, to some wine and all the baskets and the kids performing on the theater and tours of the theater, the whole bit. So, and it's developed into such a great event. We didn't want to do it just once and done. So that's why we've done it now many years, and it keeps growing. The event keeps evolving and keeps growing. So we have to keep doing it every year because everyone expects it. So it is a really fun, enjoyable, never rains on our event, never has, and it's not going to this year. So I look forward to seeing everyone on May 25th this year for our Party in the Park.
Come out to support these great organizations at Party in the Park on May 25th. Reporting from South Park Theater, Chelsea Prello, BPN News.